need your gravy recipe.
Well, Jeremy's going to walk us through the gravy recipe, but
Okay.
this is so very cool. From Henning Lee, it's a 4-cup gravy and fat separator for a sale price of $22.98 and 3 easy payments of $7.66, item K51590. 'Tis the season for gravy and all those hearty dishes. And this is an amazing moment because as what you're seeing, Vanessa, here, it's literally separating the fat, and that fat floats up to the top, and you're able to dispense all what we call that liquid gold down below.
Okay.
It's so very, very cool. I love this one because you can actually do quite a few things with this one. What's so wonderful is that it all separates and you can put it in the dishwasher. So with this nice wide pour at the top, you're able to pour all of what you need to in there. Right down in here, it's going to separate, and then with that easy little trigger here, watch what happens in that little moment inside. That little stopper comes up, so you're able to dispense nice and easy. So this one that I have right here is the black. Here in the center is the gray. This is your red. And then we also have it available in the moss and the juniper. Most limited there. I mean, not just for Thanksgiving. I mean, think about maybe your biscuits and gravy, or whenever your au jus, you're making a French dip.
Oh, au jus.
I mean, yes. I mean, lots of fun things we can do with this one.
How else are you doing it without this?
Difficult. Maybe a big mess. Jeremy Parker's still with us. Ain't I right, Jeremy? 'Tis the season for gravy.
It's all gravy, baby. That's right. And you know what? And all you do, it's simple as this, is you just pour your drippings into here, wait for a second, the fat will rise to the top, and then you press the button, and there it is. And then all you're gonna do is just whisk flour into this here and salt and pepper it. It's the best darn gravy you'll ever have. That's it. It's never been so simple. All I do is just press the button there, and that's that liquid gold that you wanna get. And the fat. Now, you might want a little bit of fat in there. Okay, that's okay. Just when you get to the bottom, you can control the amount. How did we used to do it? I heard someone say, well, we used to have to get in here and like try and ladle off just that little bit of fat right there. And you wind up getting too much, and you wind up taking half of that liquid that you don't want to waste just to get a little bit of fat out of there. So I would just take this, you pour all that into the top. A lot of times you'll have these roasting trays, like this right here, and all you do, and by the way, to clean this comes off. That's all it is right there. It's 2P. They're dishwasher safe, and they're refrigerator safe if you wanted to refrigerate it. And all I do is just take this here, and it's going to filter out any of that mirepoix, which is, you know, the carrots and onions and celery, and any little bones or anything you might have. It'll filter it, and just give it a second. You can almost watch it separate right before your eyes right there.
Whoa.
See the fat rise to the top?
So perfect.
Yeah. Just like that, and then I would wait a little longer, but for the sake of live television, just press the button right there. And of course, a professional would tell you that you want to do a roux, which is equal parts butter and flour. You mix that together, and then you mix that in there. Or a slurry is just flour and water. But you know how I learned? I learned the wrong way. I just stir it. I do a little flour and stir it in, and flour and stir it in. And I know sometimes you might get lumps like that. I know I learned the wrong way, but that's the way I do it because I just add flour till it's thick, taste it, salt and pepper it. The best darn gravy you'll ever have. Or Steve, you were talking about au jus. So maybe you're doing a roast beef right there, right into your gravy boat. And now you could do that au jus right out of here. There's no fat in there. That's just pure flavor right there. Right there with some horseradish over the top. Hello.
Oh,
yes, please.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Jeremy, we're teaching Vanessa a whole lot over here.
I'm like, there are so many French words that I need to write down and learn in the cooking world.
So now it appears that this one, you've got a lot of fat in this one, right?
Okay, yeah, so once a year, I do this thing. I cook a Christmas duck. I go to the Amish market, I get a duck, and I keep the duck fat. So I actually get rid of all that brown right there, and then I go into a bowl. There might be a little bit left, but then I render out that duck fat, and I could do it so it's just pure duck fat. And then what happens when you put this in the refrigerator, it solidifies like butter in a way, you know, or like lard, I guess. And then I just scoop a little bit of that when it's hard, and I cook my potatoes in duck fat. I cook my green beans, my Brussels sprouts. It is the best. I am telling you, it is the best. So you could use it both ways. You could use it to keep the fat if you want for like duck fat, or just to keep the liquid gold to make gravy. Awesome
Have you ever
invention.
had duck fat fries?
I love this.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're all going to Chef Jeremy Parker's for Thanksgiving is what's happening.
Clearly.
Come on
Clearly,
over,
that's
buddy.
where
Yeah, I
it's
just
at. That's where
renovated the
party's
house.
at.
We've had over 100 of these spoken for already, and now these are very, very popular. The red is the most popular of the show right now, but we also have it available to you in the gray as well as the black. And on QVC.com, we're going to take a look at a couple more colors. This is your moss. And then here's your juniper. Now, as Jeremy's been talking to us about how to make that gravy, it's very, very difficult and time-consuming, but you can bring this Henning Lee 4-cup gravy and fat separator home just as is that you're seeing right here and make that amazing gravy. $22.98, 3 easy payments of $7.66. This is item K51590. So easy, so simple, and watch your crowd just fall in love with your gravy.
I mean, honestly, as someone who doesn't cook much and is a first-time Thanksgiving hoster, this, to me, makes it easy and approachable, and it takes the stress out of something that should be simple, like you just want to enjoy a good meal. This, to me, seems like the best way to do it. Like, I don't know how to do the au jus, the
Sure. You will.
all those things. But I could do what Jeremy said, press the button, put some flour in, now we've got gravy.
You gotta have good gravy because that's what you're putting in your mashed potatoes and your turkey, right?
Now he's double.
There it is.
I'm like,
It's like maracas.
milking the gravy. I'm milking the gravy cow here. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So if you're right-handed or left-handed, hey, guys, I love cooking. Cooking is fun. You know, when you have things like this, it's actually really fun. I really, really, genuinely enjoy cooking. And probably because I don't work in a restaurant anymore. I'm here, so that's why. I used to be like, gosh, I gotta cook for 20 hours a day. But no, now I love it. And things like this just make it so enjoyable and so much easier because there's that. I'm not sitting with the spoon trying to ladle out every little single drop of fat. You know, this I actually emptied this out. This had fat in it, so that's just left over. But here's one that I just did earlier. That's just pure liquid gold right there.
So
and
good.
again, I'm just going like this. Make that gravy. Your company, it's better than anything in a can. My company, every time they're like, I'll spend all this time with a spatchcock chicken, I'll mash potatoes and do all this, and they're like, and I make gravy, and like, dude, your gravy is incredible. I'm like, that was like, it took me like a few minutes. I just flour, salt, and peppered it.
Definitely.
Done. Super easy.
Well, I was thinking too, like, you know, sometimes our Thanksgiving past, we would take the bone from the ham and boil it with like scallions and create kind of a broth and use that for ramen. I'm part Japanese, so like ramen is very big in our house. Now this would be that perfect moment to sort of separate everything that's in that broth and then just really just sort of pour that right over your noodles, right?
You said it like a tonkotsu soup, like a Japanese. Buddy, I didn't think about that. 100% for a bone broth. Get rid of all that extra fat. I love it.
Okay, we just gave you recipes from around the world in this short presentation. Jeremy, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
See you, Jeremy.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We'll see you soon. This is Adam K51590 from Henning Lee. 'Tis the season for delicious gravy.